brands and services to the world through adverts and sponsorship. We also offer latest broadcast equipment for rent, all at affordable prices. Tune in to Acnn TV via any free-to-air decoder with the following installation parameters: Intelsat 20 satellite with tuning frequency 12562 MHz, symbol rate 30 Mbps, orbital position 68.5° east, and horizontal polarization. You can also keep in touch with episodes of our programs via these social media platforms. For inquiries, please call 070-3265-6544 or mail us via inquiries@acnntv.com. ACNN, reaching the world with the undiluted Word of God.
Welcome to News Update on ACNN TV. Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of Lent and is always 46 days before Easter Sunday. Lent is a 40-day season marked by repentance, fasting, and reflection. Worship services are held on Ash Wednesday in Roman Catholic Church, Anglican, Lutheran, and some other Protestant churches. The 40-day period represents Christ's time of temptation in the wilderness, where he fasted and where Satan tempted him. And as such, Christians have been urged to, in the season of Lent, re-examine themselves, saying the season of Lent is not just an annual event, but an opportunity for Christians to take stock of their spiritual lives while embarking on this spiritual journey for 40 days. The Bishop of Remo Diocese, His Grace, the Most Reverend Dr. Olushina Fakwe, made this known in a video made available to ACNN containing this message for Ash Wednesday. We'll bring you full details later in our next bulletin. The Metropolitan Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, has advised Christians to engage in charity and alms giving the Lenten season. He gave the advice in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria in Abuja as Christians mark the Ash Wednesday, which signifies the beginning of a 40-day Lent. The Archbishop explained that some religious men and women are ignorant about what true religion is, adding that there are some leaders who occupy big positions of responsibility today but lack the disposition to make such offices function properly. He said Nigerians, including leaders, must be upright and always follow the teachings of the holy books. It was quite an eventful time in the Cathedral Church of SS Peter and John the Divine, Nkweri, as the Alu Diocesan Women's Ministry held the 3rd edition of their Made in Alu Diocesan Women's Trade Fair. This event, which has gained wider acceptance, is one of the innovations of the Bishop's wife and President of the Diocesan Women Ministry, Neobioma Uloma Okeke, since taking over the leadership of the Diocese of Olu. This year's event, which was organized as usual under the auspices of the Action and Outreach Unit of the Women Ministry led by Mrs. Caroline Chukwemeka, featured some prominent personalities of the diocese who came in the company of the Bishop, Right Reverend Benjamin Okeke, to support the women. Among them were the Diocesan Chancellor, Honorable Justice Godi Anu Niu, a former permanent secretary of the state, Star Barrister Austin Otokere, Barrister Mrs. Otokere, amongst others, with lots of archdeacons. The Bishop on the Niger, the Right Reverend Dr. Owen Chidozie Nwokolo, has expressed deep concern over what he called increasing insecurity in the southeast of the country, appealing for fervent prayers and watertight security consciousness among the Southeasterners. He unequivocally entreated people of the Southeast to be very vigilant and report any suspicious movement in the area to security agents. The Bishop expressed the concern in a brief chat with journalists shortly after the coalition of 6 archdeacons and 8 canons of the diocese at the All Saints Cathedral, Onitsha. Although he lauded the current efforts of security operatives in the area, he doubted if their best was enough to contain the level of insecurity in the region. He said that the populace should complement the efforts of security agents in the zone by themselves, engaging in committed fasting and prayers, and appealed that any suspicious movement in the area should be promptly reported. Christian Association of Nigeria Acnn is pointing accusing fingers at politicians over the resurgence of the activities of unknown gunmen and the festering insecurity in the Southeast zone. According to the Acnn, Emmanuel Agomo said politicians who recruit hoodlums for some dirty jobs during electioneering period and fail to empower them afterwards should be held responsible for the worsening insecurity in the region. He said, contrary to allegations by security agencies that members of IPOB are behind the sad development, stressed that hoodlums recruited by politicians might be the real marks behind that veil, adding that hoodlums had since hijacked the situation in the southeast to unleash havoc on innocent citizens. Apostle Emmanuel blamed greedy politicians who arm and engage the services of hoodlums during an electioneering period but fail to meaningfully empower them afterwards. Hence, most of them resort to criminality and terrorism when there is no legitimate means of livelihood, using the arms given to them by wicked politicians to cause havoc. And that's it on News Update on Acnn TV. Thanks for watching. Please do stay tuned for news on the hour at 3. I am Rachel.